Dragon Age the Veilguard. Dragon Age the Veilguard. I ran into what I honestly think is one of the worst articles that I've ever seen written. And I totally get it, guys. I get it, right? Like you got the shills that have to shill. I get it, right? But there's no way that you read this article. I'm telling you, if you read what's about to happen, it's gonna blow your mind. I was reading this and I did a video on it, and I think I lost my shit because I got to it at like the 3.5, 4 minute mark, and I just like melted down on video. I'm like, there is no way that you are doing this right now. There is no way. Anyway, so let's read this so you guys can get the idea of what I'm talking about. So it says Dragon Age the Veilguard sales are looking strong. Okay, no problem, right? You got rumors saying that it's not looking good. You got these people spreading rumors saying that it is looking good. So I'm like, all right, so let's see what the games journalists have to say. Okay, let's see what they have to say. Dragon Age the Veilguard is primed for a strong commercial showing later this month, as it currently sits on Steam's third most pre-ordered game. Okay, let's see. So just so everybody understands, they're using the top seller list for this metric. They're using the top seller list for this metric. So if we go here, top seller, it's number 22, which again, it has risen fantastically. And you know what I find very strange about this? Here's what I find very strange about this. This has doubled, right? But this has pretty much stagnated for the most part. It is stagnated. Also, I find it interesting that apparently I can't find the information anymore. They've taken away the ability to see the information. Can anybody see the bar graph that used to be here? I used to be able to see this. Now it's gone. Now it's gone. That's so interesting. Anyway, oh, wait, I'm retarded. Never mind. I'm retarded. I'm fucking stupid. I'm stupid. No, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Take that back. I'm retarded. That's okay. I'm retarded. It's down at the bottom. I'm so used to it being up here. I'm so used to it being up here. I'm retarded. Okay, that's fine. So good. They didn't take it away. So if you look here, look at this. This is what I find interesting. So this number in about a week and a half or so has doubled, right? The number used to be at 50. At least I admit it. Yeah, of course I admit when I'm wrong. I have no problem doing that. This number was at 50 just a week and a half ago. And now it's at 22. I just don't see how that's possible, right? Because about a week and a half ago, let's see, go to about October 9th or so, it's gained 5,000 followers. That's it. This game has been stuck in the 60,000 follower range for a long time. And this number matters. We've talked about this a lot. I really genuinely believe that this game is going to be somewhere between the 20 to 30,000 player count. That's what I'm thinking. That's usually where games with this much followers tend to fall. Games with this many followers don't tend to fall in the millions of concurrent players. All right? That's just not how it works. It doesn't even get into the hundreds of thousands of players. Right? We've seen games that do get to the hundreds of thousands of players, and they have triple the amount of followers in this, right? You can see Dragon Ball. Let's see, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Look at this, 122,000 concurrent players, 156,000 followers on Steam. And this is also in the number 12 top seller. So you're going from 22 top seller to number 12, and this is the difference, right? So you got to imagine that Dragon Age the Veilguard is probably, I really genuinely believe it's going to be 20 to 30,000. It could be more. It definitely could be more. But then the topic of conversation is, when does it become a success, right? Because Dragon Age the Veilguard, I always said, is going to sell anywhere from 1 to 2 million copies by the end of the holiday season. I think it's going to sell 1 million copies in the first month. And then after that, by the end of the holiday season, when they really go for the push, it's probably going to hit 2 million and then stagnate, right? It's not going to hit 12 million like Inquisition did. And a lot of the shills are trying to say, yes, it will. No, it won't. No, it won't. It will not. It will not hit 12 million like Inquisition. That's literally impossible. I'm telling you, numerically, it's impossible. These games are now releasing where subscription services are a thing. They're giving these games away with services. So that automatically means that retail sales or digital sales will be down because the game is being given away with a certain service. So there's no way you're going to have 12 million sales. That's just not going to happen. Not in a world where we have subscription services. It's not going to happen. So, but I do think 1 to 2 million sales is possible for this game. I genuinely do. I've always said this, and this is why, like, the modern audience, when they tend to clip me, they tend to leave out the part where I say, yes, I think this game is still going to do fairly well, but I don't think it's going to be successful. They've spent a lot of money on this game. It's been in development hell for a long fucking time. 10 years is a long time. The budget is going to be astronomical. For it to get even close to break it even, it needs at least 4 to 5 million sales, easily, in order for it to get anywhere close. But it doesn't mean it's not going to sell over 1 million units. So that's why there should be a little bit of nuance to that conversation. You know what I'm saying? There is still, yeah, the modern audience tends to think, oh my God, the game sold 1 million units. Thus, it's successful. It's a win for modernity. No, that's not how it works. Star Wars Outlaws is a prime example of that. Star Wars Outlaws has a massive budget, over $200 million fucking dollars, if I'm not mistaken. And then on top of that, they sold 1 million units. What is that? 70, 80, 90 million dollars, depending on what kind of game was purchased on average. And then you also got to split that with the retailers that sold the game, which is anywhere from 20 to 30% on average. So what are we doing? 1 million sales doesn't guarantee that a game is successful. 1 million sales just means you got 1 million sales. You got to look at the entire picture to determine whether or not it's actually going to be a success. But they don't want to look at the entire picture, right? They don't actually want to have the full conversation. This is why when they talk about us talking about this stuff, they try to simplify what we talk about to you just don't like black people, or you just don't like women, or you just don't like whatever. And they do that because they can't actually have an engaging conversation. They can only minimalize something and try to put it into a box so they can sell their retardation a lot easier. That's the only thing that they do. So again, guys, let me make it very clear. I'll make it very clear again for the people who are lurking in the chat right now. Dragon Age the Veilguard, in my belief, will sell 1 to 2 million copies by the end of the year. It's probably going to be 20 to 30 concurrent on Steam, 20 to 30,000. That's usually where these numbers fall. If it's higher, great. If it's lower, not great. But that's where I think it's going to be. That's where I've always thought it's going to be. You can look back at all my videos before. That's where I thought it was going to be from the beginning. Because I do think that Dragon Age is currently experiencing what Star Wars was experiencing for years. I think Star Wars fans didn't want to admit that things were going bad, right? There was a lot of Star Wars fans that were sitting there watching every TV show that would come out and say, well, maybe the next one will be good. Or maybe the next one will be better. Wow, these are really bad. Maybe the next one will be better. And then after a while, they started to say, you know what? It's not getting better. And then the Acolyte completely killed it, right? So Dragon Age is the first game that is really hitting the modern audience stuff hard. It's really hitting it hard, right? Inquisition had some of it, but not like this. Veilguard is going to have the full-on fucking treatment, especially if what Nudie said is true from her playtester guy, and the Kunari says that she's non-binary. If they say that, that's some modern audience shit, without a doubt. So we'll see. We'll see how that ends up going. But I want to go back. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. I want to go back to the article because I want you guys to realize how they spin this. This is so... honestly, it's impressive. It's impressive how they spin this. You guys ready for this? So it says, first spotted by Reddit user called It's Leno. It seems as though Dragon Age the Veilguard Steam sales are already looking very strong, heading up to its release this month. If you head on over to the current top sellers list on Steam and ignore all the games there that have already been released, Dragon Age the Veilguard is the third highest pre-ordered game, right behind Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Bro. That is such a spin, my guy. Sonic would be jealous of you. Are you kidding me right now? That is like a fucking dealership fine print lease number special. Are you kidding me right now? So you're like, well, if you ignore all the games that are already released on the top sellers list, then that must clearly mean that it's number 3 on the pre-order. I'm like, what? That is a spin, my guy. What is that? What kind of spin is that? You should be happy that it's at 22. I think 22 is a good number. I think 22 is a good number for a modern audience game. I genuinely do. I'm not shitting. I'm not fucking around. I think 22 is a good number, but to try to spin it and be like, oh, we're number 3. We're number 3. What?